So here we have the Saturday morning Bikeline. Bit of fun around the uni for the 19th of the 11th of 2016. So we've done one lap fairly moderate speed. This is the second lap, and James Bly has kind of shot off the front a little bit. I caught his wheel, and there's this young guy behind me, not sure who it is. He's on my wheel. It's just got a little bit too much for him maybe, so he's looked over his shoulder and seen who's behind him who can pull through. It looks like he's sat up. So yeah, it's, Declan is right onto my wheel, as is the case. He likes my wheel, Declan. Something about one of the best drafts in Toowoomba, he reckons, to get on the... Anyway, so the guy in the yellow shirt there, he kind of slipped up the road a little bit, but we've brought him all in. So we're moving up the sprint straight. James is leading out on the front, and I'm sitting second wheel. They're all nice and comfy, and Declan's sitting third wheel. We have a little bit of a gap on the bunch behind us, but not too much. Yeah, so a little bit overcast this morning, but you know, not too bad. A little bit of wind out, but it was pretty good. So yeah, James is probably doing a little bit too much of the work right now. We're just happy to take the free ride, but we probably know it's not gonna keep going. So yeah, I think James, I sort of go through a little bit wide on this corner because I'd probably like Deck to roll through. So I think this corner I take... Yep, I just took a little bit wide. Really trying to force Declan to the front, but we've now got the bunch kind of a good 20 meters off the back. So I think I've kind of looked behind and realized that they're going to make the catch, and we probably don't have... We probably can't get away. So I think I've yelled out at the guys about here. Bunches rejoining. So here we have Mitch Hawley. Oh, he did really well in the A grade crit last night. I think that's second place, so well done, Rich. So yes, here's Richard McAvoy screaming up the outside. And so yeah, just keeping up with Richard there. It was about 1100 watts. So, yep, power coming off now as we come into the corner. Richard is without his mullet. So, probably losing some mojo because he doesn't have his mullet. So, here we have, I think it's, who have we got? I think it's Declan, Richard, myself, and Anthony. So, we're like the four riders up the road. We got a little bit of a break on the guys behind us. Power is sitting, nice and steady around the 300, 400 mark. Nothing too much. Trying to keep that cadence nice and high. Keep the legs spinning. So I think behind us is Mitch Hawley is doing a little solo bridge. He might be coming up with one other rider. So here is where the race was actually lost. I'm going to call this video How the Race Was Lost, because Declan, if I had a front camera right now, this would be where Declan just shot off the front, and we're all just looking at each other. I didn't want to be the one that bridged, so I'm looking over my shoulder trying to let these two guys through. They're looking sort of sideways, and we're like, okay, is anyone actually going to close this gap down? And I didn't want to do it because that would probably burn a match, and Richard would be sitting on my wheel, Anthony would be on my wheel. These guys can sprint. So we're all being a little bit cagey here. So here he comes, Mitch Hawley and another guy. I'm not sure who it is. But Declan, he'd be like 100 meters up the road by now. We just let him get way too much gap. So this guy here, he's like, yeah, enough of this nonsense. And yeah, hi Mitch. Enough of this nonsense. He kind of rolls through, so I'm quite happy to let these guys roll over my wheel and possibly let the speed up a little bit. And so I was pretty confident we'd bring Declan in, because he's probably still about 100 meters up the road as he attacked, and we all just looked sideways at each other, not wanting to be the first one to bridge everyone up. So yeah, we're coming into the second last corner before the sprint finish. The guy that sort of let out there a little bit, he's kind of run out of legs. So I'm on the front, or I'm second, and Mitch on my wheel. But I'm feeling confident we can bridge up to Deck. I mean, we got some guns here. Richard McAvoy, Anthony. So I sort of go to left a bit because I want to pull Richard through. So Richard jumps and I'm straight onto his wheel, hoping that he would keep going. I probably needed a good lead out here. But then I think Rich sort of sees me on his wheel. Probably doesn't want to lead me out, so I then have to go under him on the left-hand side. So, yeah. So on my wheel, maybe not on the wheel. So now I've got to try and like solo gap to Declan, who's probably up the road 50 meters still. So yeah, we gave him a lot of rope there, and yeah, full credit to Deck. He just absolutely nailed the finish there, while we were all looking sideways. And yeah, so Declan takes the green armband of the Saturday morning shoppy. So it was yeah, good job, Deck. That's the way to do it, mate. So yep, okay. So I wrapped the video up right about here. So okay, thanks for watching.